him as a really solid Wolf player, someone who could go far in this tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how he does as we get started in this wave of pools.
Right, but the biggest thing here is that like this is obviously like a top tier in the form of Wolf versus a not top tier in the form of Little Mac. But Little Mac always has that volatility behind him where if he, like, if you give him an inch, he takes a mile. And there's always that possibility, especially early on in pools, that Little Mac just decides to bulldoze you. So I think ADP definitely, like, despite being a very good player with a very good character, needs to be very careful about how he plays around Little Mac's win conditions.
Right. It's funny how, like, in this game, like, Little Mac and just a lot of the low tiers and most characters in general really do still command a lot of respect.
Like
For example, like, you're going to get hit if you overcommit too much, like, by an up smash, by an F smash. So playing Little Mac in particular, you got to be really careful. And ADP, I think, with Wolf can do that, especially with that blaster like you saw there. You just got to play a little bit patient, you know?
Yeah, the blaster is a fantastic tool to just keep your space between yourself and Little Mac. Another one that we're seeing him do quite a bit is Space Nair or Space Bear on shield. That land turnaround F tilt to take out the stock is also going to be a huge tool towards the ledge, especially because Little Mac is very too frameable. As he comes back to the ledge, he's one of the most vulnerable characters off stage in the game, and Wolf has so many tools to just go off there and exploit him.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup, a little bit of a mountain to climb here for Liu Kang, who is a stock behind, like, you know. But those down smashes at ledge could be huge for him. It didn't quite land that one, but didn't need to in the end.
I think I'm not actually entirely sure what happened there, but it looked like the down smash interacted weird with Wolf's up B and ended up popping him onto the stage. So I think the down smash is the reason he ended up on stage and then stuck in end lag, then got punched in the face.
That's a rough trade for Liu Kang, but he does make it back. KO punch online as well, which could be huge for him. It could be the difference maker, but it's a good F tilt.
Oh,
and that will be a stock for ADP.
Yeah, I mean, that's the touch of death that all characters with a projectile have against Little Mac is if you can steal his jump, he has nothing he can do off stage, and ADP putting that in practice right there with the Wolf Laser.
Yeah, it's rough too, because even if he side Bs, you hit that side B, he doesn't get another one, so it puts him in a really, really tough spot. Just being juggled so hard here by ADP, 78% on it.
Yeah, and he gets caught rolling out by the dash attack. Very well played by ADP. He's got Liu Kang on his last legs potentially, but KO punch could change everything. Bring us back to even stocks at least, and then Little Mac is maybe like 3 or 4 F smashes away from taking it all.
Honestly, I'd love to see if Liu Kang can take the stock with the KO punch still online. That would be massive for him.
He's already passed his time limit, so right there, any knockback after, I believe, after the time, so any knockback after the time limit would have taken away that KO punch. It's just like it's ticking away. He has to use it or lose it.
It's a good option to have in that situation, but it's so hard to hold on to that for that long without getting hit, especially against a character like Wolf who can just kind of shoot you from wherever, you know?
Yeah, Wolf kind of just, let's be honest, Wolf invalidates Mac.
Yeah, it's a really tough matchup. I don't know that Liu Kang's going to have any other secondaries, but I mean, it might be something to consider because it does look like a really, really high mountain to climb here.
Right. There's just, if you put down on paper, hey, what does Little Mac struggle with? Wolf is all of those characteristics, like strong combo game, check. Strong juggle game, check. Projectile, check. Good offstage game, check. Like, it's so tough for Little Mac.
I mean, really, I think what Liu Kang needs to do here is just kind of smother ADP as much as possible. If he can just keep him from running away and lasering and getting those combos off, if he can just smother him, get that damage, get those kills early, that'll be huge for him. But we'll see how he plays the second game. He's got one game to think about as he goes into this. We'll see how he adapts.
Yeah, one game of data, it can't be underestimated, right? There's always like that learning opportunity even if you don't take the first game. And that's why we don't play best of ones, right?
Yeah, that's something that you always think about. Go into this, and it's a kind of rough start here as he's already got the percent deficit, and ADP looking like he's not going to let up at all, but still a long ways to go here. Lovely side B from ADP. It
does give him KO punch, so that's the potential that ADP needs to be very careful of as he lands on top of Little Mac's shield. He's not been punished for that too often. He's been doing a lot of like landing nairs, landing bears, and Liu Kang Ultra has not really been doing anything, and he's not going to tech that either.
Yeah, I was noticing that too. He's landing with a lot, or ADP's landing with a lot of nairs, and you'd think you'd see more like up tilt, up smash coming out from Liu Kang, but hasn't quite gone for it yet. He's still getting juggled a bit here.
Hell, I would even like to see an up B out of shield. It was buffed, I believe, 2 patches ago. It's a very strong move, and speaking of a very strong move, Wolf Bear, Wolf Nair, 2 very strong moves.
Yeah, ADP only 12% on him here, running away with this. A fantastic stock on that second one there, and you'd be surprised if he lost one, to be honest.
35% on him. It's entirely possible, like, Mac can just blow up stocks, but Mac has to get in, too, and ADP has just, like, been putting up a figurative wall that he cannot get past. This is going to be up throw, up air. No, actually, good DI.
Yes. I mean, ADP's just been playing perfect. He's done everything inch perfect thus far, making it really hard for Liu Kang to get in and making it hard for him to get anything off of it when he does get in.
Yeah, and I mean, the two of us at the beginning of this game talked about how Game 1 could be used for data for Liu Kang, but we neglected to mention that Game 1 is also data for ADP, right?
Absolutely.
He was spending that whole game learning, picking up on habits, getting all that stuff in the bank, and well, he's definitely cashing out on that right now as he's got Liu Kang Ultra at kill percent on his final stock, potentially about to send him to losers. And yeah, Little Mac with no jump, not going to be able to make that back. Down he goes.
Yeah, phenomenal set there from ADP, played out of his mind. Very, very on point, like I said, really knew exactly what he was going for and when, and was really able to get the conversions that he needed to just stuff him out in the end and just keep him off stage as much as possible and in the air.
It seemed like ADP Game 1 just beat him out, stuffed him out by like out-skilling him in a lot of spaces and also out-charactering him in a lot of spaces. But Game 2, it felt like he had just a full download on Liu Kang, and Liu Kang didn't really have anything that he could have done.